What if I told you that there exists a tablet, not carved in stone, not written in ink, but etched into the very essence of existence itself? A tablet that holds secrets so profound, so far-reaching, that the mere act of hearing its whispers could forever alter the way you see reality. This is not a story of myth alone, nor a fable confined to dusty libraries. This is the story of the Emerald Tablet, a relic said to be written by Thoth, the god of wisdom, and later revealed to Hermes Trismegistus, the father of Hermetic philosophy. But the truth is far stranger. The Emerald Tablet does not simply wait to be found in temples or ruins. It finds you. It reveals itself only when your soul is ready to transcend. If you are here, listening now, know this, it is no accident. Your presence is no coincidence. Countless others will pass by this knowledge, blind to its call. But for those chosen by the whisper of destiny, the tablet emerges, as if from the hidden folds of time, to speak its truths. And those truths are not merely intellectual. They are initiatory. To hear them is to step across a threshold. Once crossed, you cannot go back. The Emerald Tablet is ancient beyond measure. Some say it was found in the hands of Hermes inside a hidden tomb, beneath the Great Pyramid of Giza. Others say Alexander the Great discovered fragments during his conquests. Still others whisper it was passed hand to hand among alchemists of the Middle Ages, encoded into diagrams and riddles, so that only those with eyes to see could perceive its meaning. But here's the paradox. The tablet is not a piece of stone at all. Its words are eternal, vibrating through the ether, waiting for the initiate who has prepared themselves in silence, in longing, in unseen struggle. The Emerald Tablet reveals itself not by your effort to seek it, but by your readiness to receive it. And when you are ready, its first words strike like lightning into the heart. That which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above, to accomplish the miracle of the one thing. The phrase is simple, but within it lies the very architecture of the universe. It is a principle of correspondence, the golden thread weaving together heaven and earth, spirit and matter, thought and form. To the uninitiated, it sounds poetic, but to the one whose inner eye begins to open, it is a map, a revelation that everything outside you is but a reflection of what exists within. Imagine for a moment a pool of water. When the wind stays above, ripples form below. The heavens shift, and the earth responds. Your thoughts, like currents in the unseen air, cast patterns into your body, your relationships, your destiny. This is not metaphor alone. It is law. The same ratios that guide the spiral of galaxies shape the spiral of your DNA. The same resonance that birth stars vibrates within your breath. Above and below, macrocosm and microcosm, you and the cosmos, reflections of one another. This is the first secret of the tablet, and yet it is only the beginning. The tablet goes further, whispering a transmutation, not of metals into gold, as the surface reading suggests, but of the human soul itself. Yes, alchemists of old labored in smoky chambers, heating flasks and measuring powders, dreaming of wealth. But the true alchemists knew better. The gold they sought was never merely metal. It was illumination. To transmute lead into gold was a metaphor for transmuting the leaden weight of ignorance into the golden light of awakening. The Emerald Tablet reveals a recipe. Separate the subtle from the gross, the fine from the coarse, gently and with great ingenuity. To separate the subtle from the gross is to refine your being, to lift yourself from base impulses, from mechanical patterns, into clarity, discipline, and vision. It is the inner alchemy of transformation. And here, we see the deeper secret. The tablet does not give you something external. It reminds you of what you already carry. Within you are metals base and metals precious. Within you lies the dross of fear, doubt, and unconsciousness, and within you too lies the radiant gold of wisdom, compassion, and eternal mind. The tablet's teaching is that through deliberate practice, through inner fire, through stillness, through observation, you can transmute one into the other, not by rejecting your darkness, but by refining it, integrating it, and allowing it to be transformed into fuel for the higher flame. But why, you may ask, does the tablet not simply reveal itself to everyone? Why must it wait, like a silent guardian, until a soul is ready? The answer is hidden in plain sight, because truth is dangerous when misunderstood. Imagine handing a child a blueprint for fire. Without maturity, without readiness, the fire burns, destroys, consumes. But in the hands of the wise, fire warms, illuminates, gives life. The Emerald Tablet is fire. It is the raw knowledge that thought shapes matter, that spirit commands form, that the human being is both creator and created. Such power, in the hands of one unprepared, leads to arrogance, manipulation, or despair. Only when the heart is steady, when humility tempers knowledge, does the tablet whisper its lines. Only then do its emerald letters glow. And so, the seeker must be tested, in silence, in solitude, in longing. That is why so many stumble into fragments of hermetic wisdom yet never truly grasp at heart. They have not yet been tempered. But if you feel a stirring as you hear these words, a sense of recognition, like remembering something ancient and familiar, then perhaps the tablet is beginning to find you. Listen closely to its next secret. Its force is above all force, for it vanquishes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. What is this force? The alchemists called it the one thing. Others call it spirit, or consciousness, or the divine spark. It is not bound by matter, yet it shapes matter. It is invisible, yet all things depend upon it. The Emerald Tablet insists that this one thing is a key to transmutation. It is a philosopher's stone, not a mineral, not an object, but a state of being. When you awaken to this force within you, you discover that you are no longer merely a pawn of circumstance. You become a participant in creation itself. But here lies the great paradox. The more you try to seize this force with a grasping hand of ego, the more it slips through your fingers. The tablet's wisdom cannot be grasped by intellect alone. It can only be lived, embodied, surrendered to. Imagine trying to hold a flame in your bare palm. The tighter you squeeze, the more it burns, the faster it dies. But if you cup your hand gently, carefully, you protect the flame. So it is with the one thing. It comes not to those who demand it, but to those who make space for it, to those who practice stillness, to those who align their inner and outer worlds, above and below, until the miracle of the one thing arises naturally, unforced, like a seed sprouting in spring. And so, the tablet calls us to a practice, not of rituals for their own sake, not of superstition, but of alignment. Begin each day by observing your thoughts, for they are the builders of your reality. When you find them racing, heavy with fear or anger, pause, breathe. Remember that what is above is like what is below. What you seed above, in thought, will eventually bloom below, in form. Choose your seeds with care. Plant not weeds of resentment, but gardens of clarity and compassion. This is the first step of the inner alchemy. Then, refine the grows from the subtle. Notice the impulses that arise from habit, from craving, from unconscious reaction. Instead of being enslaved by them, lift them into awareness. Ask, what lies beneath this hunger, this fear, this urge? Beneath the coarse metal of instinct, there's always the subtle metal of wisdom waiting to be revealed. Separate, refine, polish. This is not repression, it is transmutation. Over time, the dross becomes gold. The alchemist spoke of the marriage of the sun and moon, the union of opposites, the balance of polarity. The Emerald Tablet whispers the same. Within you lies masculine and feminine, light and dark, active and receptive. Do not flee from one to embrace the other. Instead, hold both. Balance the opposites until they merge into a third thing, a harmony that transcends duality. When you do this, you align with the cosmic order itself. You become a living tablet, a mirror of the truth inscribed upon the fabric of the universe. And perhaps this is the greatest secret of all. The Emerald Tablet is not outside of you. It is inscribed upon your very being. Its emerald letters shine not on stone, but within the chambers of your heart, within the structure of your mind, within the destiny of your soul. When the time comes, when you are ready, the tablet does not appear as an artifact in a museum. It appears as a knowing in your bones, a vision in your dreams, a resonance in your meditation. It appears as this moment, you, hearing these words, and feeling that something ancient is calling you home. But this is only the beginning. For the tablet holds more, about the cycles of nature, about the hidden fire that animates all things, about the very process by which you may ascend from the human to the divine. These secrets are veiled, waiting just beyond the threshold. And if you feel the pull to step forward, then know, you are closer to the emerald flame than you realize. The tablet whispers of cycles. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, just as the seasons rise and fall, so too does a human soul move in spirals of ascent and descent. Nothing in nature is linear. All is circular, eternal return, rhythm. It rises from earth to heaven and again descends to earth, the tablet declares. This is a pattern of the cosmos, mirrored in you. Your breath ascends, your breath descends. Your spirit lifts in inspiration, then descends to integrate in body and action. Day and night, waking and dreaming, growth and decay, each a reflection of the divine rhythm. To resist the cycle is to suffer. To align with it is to transcend. Consider for a moment the seed. Buried in darkness, unseen, it decays. Yet in its decay, a new life awakens. It rises upward, breaking through soil, stretching toward the heavens. But its journey is not one-directional. What rises must also root. Its branches expand only as its roots sink deeper. The emerald tablet points to this law of correspondence. What ascends must also descend. So too with you. Your ascent into spirit must be matched by your descent into matter, into humility, into the earth of your own humanity. If you try to ascend without rooting, you topple like a weak tree in the storm. But if you root deeply while reaching skyward, you become the axis mundi, the world tree connecting heaven and earth. This is why the tablet speaks of the miracle of the one thing. For the one thing is not merely above, nor merely below, but both. It is the bridge. It is the portal. When you awaken to it, you no longer see division between sacred and mundane, light and shadow, inner and outer. All becomes one fabric, woven by the same hand. And here lies a mystery. The very struggles you sought to escape are the very lead you must transmute into gold. The very darkness you feared is the root from which your light grows. The portal to transcendence does not open by fleeing the world, but by embracing it with awakened eyes. The alchemists knew this. That is why they hid their truths in symbols, in diagrams of serpents eating their tails, of kings and queens merging, of suns and moons entwined. They were not playing riddles for entertainment. They were encoding a science of the soul. The serpent devouring its tail, the Ouroboros, is not a monster but a mirror. It tells you life is eternal return. What ends begins. What dies is reborn. The energy you expend returns to you. The thoughts you sow return as destiny. See this, and you begin to live wisely, aligning yourself with cycles rather than fighting them. The tablet also speaks of fire, the secret fire, the animating force that runs through all things. It is not the fire of burning wood, but the fire that pulses through the stars, through your blood, through the beating heart of the cosmos itself. This fire is the force of transformation. When the tablet says it vanquishes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing, it points to fire. For fire transforms what it touches. It consumes the form but releases the essence. The alchemist's fire is the inner flame of attention, of consciousness itself. Whatever you place your awareness upon, you begin to transmute. When you gaze into fear with awareness, the fire burns away its illusion, revealing strength. When you gaze into shadow with love, the fire releases its hidden light. But fire is also dangerous. Left untended, it burns uncontrollably. Directed with wisdom, it illuminates and refines. This is why ancient initiates were warned. Guard your fire. Direct your awareness with intention. For where you place your attention, there you place your life force. Scatter it aimlessly, and your fire dissipates. Focus it with clarity, and you ignite the philosopher's stone within. You become luminous, radiant, a beacon of the one thing. The tablet hints that through this fire, through alignment with cycles, through transmutation of self, one may achieve the glory of the whole universe. What is this glory? Not wealth, not power, not acclaim. It is remembrance. It is awakening to your true nature as a fragment of the divine. The emerald tablet tells us, as above, so below, which means you are not separate from the cosmos. The galaxies turning above, the suns igniting in infinite space, they are mirrored within you. When you awaken, you realize you are not a seeker looking at the tablet from outside. You are the tablet, remembering itself. You are the emerald stone, polished by lifetimes, finally glowing with the light of truth. And yet, this truth cannot be forced. The tablet finds you only when you are ready. Read its words too soon, and they seem like riddles. Hear its wisdom too early, and it slips through the mind like smoke. But when the soul has ripened, when suffering has refined you, when longing has opened your heart, then its lines blaze with clarity. Then you realize they were never outside you. They were always waiting in silence within, until the hour of readiness arrived. How, then, do you know if you are ready? The signs are subtle. You begin to see patterns where once you saw chaos. You begin to feel synchronicities, small but undeniable, guiding your steps. You sense that your struggles are not accidents but initiations. You feel a stirring, a whisper that says, "There is more." When these signs appear, the tablet is near. It is speaking to you through the language of life itself. And here is the practical path. Live as though you are already the tablet. Practice the law of correspondence in your daily life. When conflict arises outside, look within. Where does that same conflict live in you? Heal it there, and you will see resolution mirrored without. When you seek to create change, begin not in the external but in the internal. Align your thought, your intention, your vibration, and the outer world follows. This is not wishful thinking. This is Hermetic law, above and below, within and without, spirit and matter as one. Practice also the art of refinement. Each day, separate the subtle from the gross. In your speech, choose words that uplift rather than degrade. In your actions, choose those that align with truth rather than impulse. In your thoughts, cultivate clarity rather than chaos. Slowly, you polish the stone of your soul until it shines. This is a true work of alchemy, patient, deliberate, hidden from the eyes of the world, yet transforming you from within. And finally, guard the secret fire. Where you place your attention is sacred. Do not waste it on distractions that drain you. Do not feed it to fears that enslave you. Direct it toward what is eternal, beauty, wisdom, love, the pursuit of truth. For the fire you tend becomes a flame that illuminates your path. And when the fire is steady, the tablet reveals its final mystery, that death itself is but another transmutation, another cycle, another descent before the ascent. The soul, refined through lifetimes, becomes immortal not in body, but in consciousness. This is the promise of the tablet, not eternal life as the ego imagines, but transcendence into the eternal mind, the divine source from which all things flow. So hear these words not as mere teaching, but as initiation. For the fact that you are here now means the emerald tablet has already begun its work in you. The lines are awakening, the letters are glowing. You are remembering what you have always known. And though few are ready, though many will pass by without seeing, those who are chosen cannot unhear its call. Once the tablet finds you, you are never the same again. And now, the question arises, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it slip back into the shadows of memory, a fleeting curiosity? Or will you guard it, nurture it, live it, until it transforms you from lead into gold? The choice is yours. But remember this, destiny is not passive. The tablet has found you because you are ready. Do not turn away. Step through the portal. Transcend.